All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Win Team. Got lots of good stuff for you today. First of all, thank you so much, everybody, for completing Future You. Fantastic. We got a bunch of them, I think 30 so far. I think there's 10 more that we're waiting for. Absolutely wonderful. We're all taking this seriously. Great job. We had a powerful weekend. We've had a strong month end, and just excited about what's ahead of us for the last quarter of this year and next year. Okay. Today and over coming days, I'm going to get very practical on what would Andrew do, right? If I was just doing production right now and just doing the Win Team, what would I do each day? I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight, more and more and more into how I use my MLS, how I use my dashboard, how I make things happen every day, how I keep myself on track for production. So back to basics. Part one is, without a shadow of a doubt, make sure at the start of the week that you're using your power tracker. Now, guys, for me, I found that hold on one second. Somebody's trying to get in. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Somebody's just messaging me here. Let me just get this squared away. All right. Look, my friends, to create consistent success, it is absolutely essential that you start out your Monday and you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing, right? What I found is the biggest thing with salespeople through the years is if you don't have a track to run on, then it's very difficult. The same you.
You're breaking up, Andrew.
It may not be complete. It means this is to you, but if it's important to you, which it is, please complete your that area next week, because I want to see the progress. I read your future use and it's moving. It's powerful what you guys want. And I want to serve you to make that happen and to make those wishes and dreams become reality. We call them arrivals on the Win Team in our system. When you look at your power tracker, there's different criteria you see on the side over here. Why are you doing each aspect? Some are for what I've always called right now money. So as you know, when I started the real estate business, I needed right now money. Some of you need right now money. What are the things that bring you right now money? Well, for sure, your power hours, right? So you're going to set up your power hour today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When you're doing it, you need 2 power hours a day to guarantee that production. That will bring you right now money. And I'll teach you again and again and again how to use those power hours. The second thing is your power office, which you're going to do in a house that you hold open. Those power offices will produce right now money. Why? Because you're doing the power hours in them, and because people will come in, and because you're going to hit 10 power doors beforehand. So power doors, that's before your power office. Your power doors are going to bring you right now money. You do power doors on your power offices. So you do your power office, say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You do that for 4 weeks and you do power doors before. I absolutely guarantee you will have right now money in your funnel. Guaranteed it will happen. Guaranteed. That's right now money. Other things are like performance consistency. So power pairing, some of you have got power partners and they're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. The important thing is that you're consistent. Your power pairing, that 5-minute call with your power partner each day will guarantee you performance consistency. So even if your partner doesn't show up, You're going to open Chat GPT and say, literally, I mean this. You're going to go to Chat GPT and say, look, you're my power partner for the day. My power partner didn't show up. I am building consistency in my business. This is what I'm doing. Please give me some feedback. And Chat GPT will give you feedback. I hate to say it, probably better than your power partner, but it won't be human, right? But literally every day, your power partner, if you don't have a power partner, use Chat GPT. And you can now speak to ChatGPT, choose your accent, English accent, French accent, whatever you want. Have ChatGPT talk back to you. And you'll say, look, it's Monday. Accountability wise, I joined the Win team this morning. I was there. I listened. I've got to use my power tracker. I feel a little bit kerfuddled. What do I do for the week to get going? I want to make sure that I'm on track. And literally ChatGPT will come back to you and explain to you what to do next. When you look at your power offers, that's your performance expectation. Have you set your performance expectation for this week that you're going to write 2 offers, right? Again, your power funnel down here in number 10, your power funnel is right now money. There's your right now money, number 10, number 6, 5, and 4. Those are right now money. Number 1 and number 7 is about performance consistency. So start out right here and right now and immediately after the Win team, you're going to be jumping in here, putting in the hours that you've scheduled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for your power hours, your power office, your power doors, your power pairing conversation, your power offers. When they come in, you're going to put in at the end of the week, and you hit the yellow, you're going to have 2 power offers that you wrote this week. And you say, Andy, I don't have people to write offers for. I'm going to show you in a minute how you can guaranteed. How many of you would like to guarantee that you write 2 offers every week? Guaranteed. How many of you would like that? Yes?
Yes.
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 Right? I'm going to
Yes.
show you
Yes.
exactly, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, right? All right. So that's it on your power performance tracker. Use it this week and turn it into Ariana by Sunday. Right? That's going to get you on track. As soon as the Win team's over, make your second cup of coffee, sit down and start it. I want to jump in. By the way, Ariana's also going to share with you this again, which is the blueprint for the Win team, right? And we went over Power Office last week. We're touching on Power Previews today. Very, very quickly, I want to remind you on your Power Previews. Your Power Previews are sitting right here as a part of your production and as a part of your persona, right? So Power Previews are right here, number 9. Power Previews are about your persona, and it's important to create persona online, your archive, where people know your style and who you are and what you're doing, right? I am seeing Patty do more and more, Jonathan do more and more. Please tag me and tag each other. See everybody on the Win team, get their names, tag them in every post that you do. That will get your persona out there. Use us as collaborator. That will get your persona out there. Your Power Preview posts tell the world who you are. And even if you don't get a lot of people viewing at first, when you meet people, you give them the link to your IG, and now your persona is out there. Remember, on your Power Preview posts, guys, you're looking for 2 Power Preview posts a day, 5 days a week. 1 of a home, 1 to do with the community. Anywhere you eat, anytime you get Starbucks, anytime you get lunch out, anytime you walk your dog, anytime you take your kids to school, anytime you take your kids to club, anytime you go to church, anytime you do anything in the community, you do a quick post, 60 seconds, keep it to 60 seconds, make it punchy. By the way, how many of you use CapCut? Can I just hear on this? How many of you use CapCut, the app? Yes,
Nope.
no?
I do.
No.
All right,
Yes.
go in and get
I
CapCut,
use it.
kids.
I
Go
just
in and get
downloaded it.
CapCut. And the first couple of times you'll fiddle around way too much, right? Because there's a lot of stuff in there. Use CapCut, use captions in CapCut, okay? You can edit the audio if you want to. It's very, very easy to use. If you get stuck using it, go to ChatGPT and say, how do I do this in CapCut? And it will tell you. But use CapCut. It's a great way to add captions to your videos, add a subject line to your video so it's really clear and they just pop, okay? You're building an archive scroll, you're posting reels on homes, activities, and the community to position yourself. It's all about creating a persona, okay? Creating a power presence. Now, having given you all of that as a background, we're going to start the week on the right track. I want to go in right now to the MLS. How many of you found it helpful when I showed you how I use the MLS? Do you want me to show you some more tricks?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, so watch this. Sorry, I got people texting me while I'm jumping on here. Okay. MLS. MLS is a gold mine of information, right? Watch how I use this. I'm going to do a few minutes on a community, then I'm going to do a few minutes on a specific specialty of mine, which is investors. And I'm going to show you again how to use this. Let's take community first. So I'm going to say, let's take a community that I live in, Marietta. It could be anywhere. So Patty, Whittier, Jonathan, Long Beach, Mike, Torrance, wherever, right? So you're going to say, go to the MLS, go to your homepage, say, I want to see everything that's coming soon and active, right? Now, remember, in the back of your mind. So I'm always working with stuff in the back of my mind and the front of my mind simultaneously. Most of us only work with the front of our mind. What immediately hits us? Oh my gosh, I need to drop my kids off at school. Oh my gosh, I need to get on the win team. Oh my gosh, I need to. We think in the front of our mind. What's important is to fill the back of your mind, fill your subconscious with your strategic direction. I'm building a persona. I'm building an attraction business. I'm building an investor business. I'm building a luxury business. That's what's in the back of your mind. In the back of your mind right now is the power tracker. I'm going to create my power offices. I'm going to create my 10 doors. I'm going to create my power previews. And you bring stuff from your subconscious into your conscious. Most of us live our lives by living from our immediate conscious. And sadly, our subconscious is full of garbage from CNN or Fox, right? So eradicate all that garbage. Fill your subconscious with your direction, with your future you. You know where you're going. And that's constantly pushing forward into your conscious. And your conscious is driving your actions into prosperity. Subconscious, conscious, prosperity. Otherwise, it's conscious. It's like constantly going to the food store. You're just doing a shopping list of stuff. And all you know is you're 10 years older, you got more wrinkles, and that's it, right? Doesn't help. Subconscious, conscious action. Subconscious, conscious action. So when I look at the MLS, I'm looking at it from my subconscious, knowing there are things that I need to achieve. And now that alerts my conscious. So here I go. I'm going to go in. I'm going to say, fine, show me coming soon and active. I'm going to pick a city. In this instance, I picked Marietta. Right? So here's Marietta. I'm going to go to results. And you have all this data. And agents have this data every day and they don't use it. It's how you sort the data. And I'm just going to show you what I have done for many, many, many years. In the year 2013, that I wrote 4,300 offers in a year. This is what I did. And all the other years in between. How did I make sure I was always writing offers? Right? So you can guarantee you will write offers if you always have investors. And watch me and I'll explain it to you. So here's this data. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort this data. I'm going to say, okay, let me sort it by days on market. Here's the new ones. Here's the old ones. I like to sort the old ones because I see what's stuck on the market, what's been there a long time. And I notice that there are a lot of listings out of 330. There are a lot of listings that have been on the market, well, at least 300 days, right? And then you're down to 200 days. So you go to the third column, there's 25 a page. So you've got two columns. Roughly, there's about 50 that have been on the market 200 days. Now you're going to go to this. Look, 1, 2, 3. There's 50 more that have been on the market between 100 and 200 days. Now you're at page 4, right? So that's 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4-page. You've got another 100 that have been on the market 50 days or more, right? So what does that tell you? That tells you the market slowed down a lot. Now, second thing I'm going to look at is this. I'm going to go back here and see how many people are reducing prices on the market on the ones that have been on the market a long time. Well, no big surprise, almost everybody, right? So you look here, look at the red arrows, almost everybody. Look at here, red arrows, almost everybody, right? So now I'm going to 84 days. So at 84 days, 3 months, almost everybody has reduced prices. Click on the 3 dots. Now I'm down to 50 days or less. Do you see only 30% of people have reduced their price 50 days or less? And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Look, 50%, less than 30%, less than 30%. Now you're down to 20 days. Almost nobody has reduced their price. Now, what that tells you is this is a market in transition. I've lived and sold in all the markets. The market's transitioning. It's transitioning from a seller's market to a buyer's market, and sellers are still holding, oh, well, my house is worth this. I'm not going to give it away. No, you're not giving it away. Your house is worth what a buyer and seller agree to pay and close, right? So sellers are now understanding, or they're trying to understand, it is no longer a seller's market. It is a buyer's market. So you will see in the next certainly 90 days, you'll start to come over here to the 10 days or less, and you'll see a lot of people reducing price in 10 days. It's not happening right now, but it will. So you now know there are lots of red arrows. Red arrows give you an opportunity for your buyers because you can ask for closing costs, you can ask for commissions to be paid, and you can ask for buy downs, right? You can ask the seller to pay for buy downs. Now I'm going to look at the MLS again. Do you see subconscious to conscious? My subconscious says I'm looking for my buyers, so I'm going to see what condition is the market. I'm looking for my sellers. What condition is the market? That brings me to my conscious, and now I'm going to pick out data that I can use for buyers and for sellers. Now, I know in my subconscious I need to create previews. Why wouldn't I do what I've just done and create a preview? All I have to do is go up here, install Loom, which is right there, install Loom in my Chrome as a Chrome extension, and I'm going to go in with Loom and just do exactly what I just did. My face is going to pick up in the corner and say, hey guys, I just wanted to show you, I'm giving you an update on the market. There are 331 listings in Murrieta right now. And as you can see in Murrieta, there's about 100 of them, there's 50 of them that have been on the market over 140 days. Let me show you something else, guys, that you can see a lot of these homes are having price reductions, particularly true on homes that have been on the market over 40 days. And when you, and then, I would just go on like that, right? So you're going to say that for about a minute, 2 minutes. You're going to post it. You're now creating a persona that you know what you're talking about, right? Now I've done 2 things. In my subconscious, I know I need power previews. In my conscious, I'm looking at the MLS. I pop up and do a Zoom. And after being on the MLS 10 minutes, I know the condition of the market. I've created a Zoom and I've posted it on Instagram. I've already created part of my power performance tracker before I have my second cup of tea, because I'm going to go in now into my power preview post and I'm going to check it off. 1 done, Zoom on Murrieta. Done, right? So now all I've got to do is take a video of myself going to Starbucks. I've done my 2 power previews for the day. All right, come back in here with me. Let's look back in the MLS. I'm going to go to page 1. Now I'm thinking subconscious investors. I'm going to look at the most valuable home in Murrieta's 9 million. It's been on the market for like 1,182 days. So they're just dreaming. They're hoping, they're fishing that somebody will come along one day from LA and pay for it, right? Then you see everything else here roughly get stuck in this 1,700,000, 1,500,000 range. And I start to click on them and look, what do you get for 1,700,000, right? By the way, anytime somebody shows a picture of the inside and not the outside, it usually looks funky. And there you go. That's why it hasn't sold. 1,800,000, 4,000 square feet. So I get an idea of it. That's up in La Cresta. Here's another one. It's a little bit older, 88, 1,500,000, 3,500 square feet, pool, right? So that's what 1,500,000 gets you. Now you're at 4.2 million. That's kind of a wish and a dream in this area, 392 days. So I'm going to pass by that. I look at 1,900,000. Here's a nice house, 5,100 square feet. I'm going to have a look at it. And nicely done inside, right? Good looking home. It's probably, it's built in 2012. So let's have a look at this house. This is how quickly I do it because I know I've got a lot of homes to go through. Nice looking house, needs landscape, looks a bit rough outside. 1,000,009. What does that tell me? That tells me that that's the cap of custom homes in Marietta. That you're starting hitting 1,000,009. You're at the cap. That's the cap. What I call the ceiling on the market. What's the floor? What's the ceiling? That's the ceiling. Now I know when a seller comes to me and says, yeah, I want to get 2.5 mil for my house, I'm going to show them some of the homes that are out there at 5,000 square feet and say, okay, let's compare. How do we stand by comparison? I now know I've contained the market. That information comes back into my subconscious, right? So now I'm going to flick through these. I'm going to look at some others. That one's out. That's a 55 plus. Here's another one, right? It's a ranch, 4,400 square feet, 1,000,008. I'm quickly establishing here that, well, that ain't going to sell, is it? I'm quickly establishing here that 1,000,008 is a cap. Now I'm going to start to scan through and look at other properties. Why is this property sitting out there on Redgrave Way? That's in a decent area, 4,200 square feet, 850,000, right? This actually just really interests me. Why is this house stuck? Right, well, it's got kind of one of those funky what do you call it? Lap pools in the backyard. 259 days. Who's the agent? Bet it's an out of area agent. Open Door. There you go. There's your answer. Open Door probably bought it. They lost it. That is a property. That is a property that I would target for a home buyer because 850 for that square footage is good for Marietta. I know Marietta. I would now go into my follow-up boss. I would look at all the people who are looking in Marietta and I would say to them, hey, I found this property. It's owned by a corporation. I bet they would take a local offer. Let's write an offer at 750. You go, Andrew, why would you do that? You're never going to get it. That's not the point. Number one, I promised myself I would write 2 offers a week. So I create an expectation of offers. Number two, that buyer goes, wow, they're really going to work hard for me. Now, does that mean you're going to write 100 grand under every offer? Of course not. You need to write at 95%, 94%, 96%. But the point is you've now revived a buyer. So many agents tell me all the time, oh, there's nothing out there for my buyer. Sometimes you see an opportunity and you grab it. Other times you create an opportunity. You don't know until you ask. So one of the things that I did strategically for years was I had all my buyers in my subconscious. They were also in my book. In your case, they're in your 90-day book of business. They're in Bob. So you go to your Bob when you look in the morning, you look at your Bob, you look at your 30-day column, you look at your 60-day column, you look at your 90-day column, you look who's looking in Marietta, and you look to create opportunity for them. Same thing in Whittier, same thing in Long Beach, same thing El Monte, same thing. You're looking for opportunity. You're not looking why not, you're looking why. How can you make this happen? You want it, you want to make it happen. Life's short, make it happen. Relationship with your buyers is short, make it happen, make it happen. So now I'm going to dance through this. I'm just trying to give you an idea. I'm now like 6 properties in deep. I've got a property to offer on for an investor. I got a property to offer on for a buyer. I'm now going to go into my follow-up boss. I'm going to start contacting them. Look, why don't you go the other way? Why don't you sort it by days on market, most recent? Watch this. Days on market. I'm going to resort. I'm going to go to zeros. Now I've got a whole different type of search going on. By the way, I just listed this property on Two Bros. Go sell it, guys. I just listed this property on Saratoga Springs. Go sell it. Watch. So we're looking at Hidden Lake. I know where that is, right? It's a 3 and 2, 2180, 629. And you can quickly flick through these. And there's a couple of things. I want to know the value of homes in the area. So I'm looking price, square footage, address, right? Price, 765 square footage, 2141 address, right? I know where that is, right? I'm getting a good idea now of what the values are in the market. And you need to know that. What are the values? What are things selling for? What are homes selling for? What are their values? You're constantly asking yourself this question, flicking through. Do you see 3,800 square feet, highest square footage at that price? And so now I'm looking again from my subconscious. Is there anything I see here for my customers? And in my subconscious, I'm planting what is the value in my community, right? And so I'll click through probably 30 or 40 of these over a 10-minute period. By the time you're done, you're going to go, that one's good for Bob. That one's good for Henry. And you go, Andy, it's too much. I don't care. Write an offer where they can afford it. Just get offers out there. You sitting at home being a wise Alec saying, yeah, the market isn't where it's needing to be, and watching all these podcasts. I'm going to be arrogant. Just watch me. You'll write offers. Watch podcasts. You'll have a ton of knowledge. You'll never do anything. Write offers. And that's what I did. I just consistently wrote offers, right? Now, has that helped you guys a little bit on how you use the MLS? Yes, no? Is that helpful?
Yes, yes.
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 Yes. Write
Yes.
offers today. Go in, find your buyers, write offers. Write offers, create opportunity. By the way, you said, Andrew, you didn't mention investors. How would I find investors in this myriad list? First of all, I'm going to click through and I'm going to see. Second, I'm going to sort by square footage. Now I'm going to look for the lowest square footage. I'm going to look for the highest square footage. And I want to find the highest square footage relative to price, right? So I'm going to scan down here and look at square footage, and I want to see lower prices. I might sort it this way also and go from the lowest price to the highest price. And I'm going to look here under square footage. There's lot square foot, there's house square foot. I'm gonna look for ones that stand out. 1900, there we go. So I'm buy price 525. That's the best price square footage in the 500s. I would click on that, check it out, right? So let's say I go and look at this one. It's 1900 square feet. That investor likes square footage. Let's see. Let me go to the second page, see if there's another one. That 1900 square footage is the best price per square foot so far. 2100 down at 500. There's another one. Let me see, 2,900 at 620. Let's look at that one in Murrieta, right? So that's also good price per square feet. And I don't want to take too long here, but what I'm looking for is best price per square foot. Find 2 or 3 that are close. Call your investors. You highlight 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. And you send it out to 7, 8 of your investors. Hey, these are the best price square foot in Murrieta today. Let's write an offer 15% less and see what they do. And investors will come back to you and say, write the offer, write the offer. Because they got other people out there looking for that killer deal. They find the killer deal, the whole world sees it, and they can't buy it. You're looking to create opportunity. Now, come back to investors. Investors are a way that you can guarantee that you'll write 2 offers every week. I told you what to do last time, that you're going to go in and you're going to search properties that are flips. When you find the flip, you look in realist, find the investor, skip trace the investor, and start calling those investors, right? But in this instance, I want to go back to this, and you should have this now saved on your home screen. So in your home screen, right, you know you've got your coming soons, your new listings, your back on markets, but in here you're going to have your previously saved. See, I've got my distressed properties saved, my distressed search saved, and I would just click on this. But for the sake of today, I'm going to go back in here, search detail. I'm going to go in and look at search actives, and I want the properties with these kind of statements in there. Do any of you remember what the keywords are?
Distressed or fixer?
As
All right,
is.
so
As is. Contractor special.
So watch this, brothers and sisters. Look at this. So we're at 534 under cash and distress. Contractor is a good one. I've always liked that one. Now we're using the database. We're using it. So we're at 796. So it's just a good idea, right? So let's go in here and pick a county. Yeah. So let's pick out Riverside County for a minute. And we're down to 86 of those. Now I'm going to go into results. This is how I wrote my 4,000 offers. This is how I bought 312 homes in a year doing exactly this, right? So now I'm going to jump in and I'm going to start to sift through these. And literally it's one at a time. You may have a client in Idlewild, you may not. And so like here, this is interesting, ready to move in. So why is that? That's because they've probably fixed this house up. Yep. So here's an investor who's flipping this property, or a homeowner who's decided to rehab their home. So subconscious to conscious, I know I'm looking for investors. So in my subconscious, I remember that I'm looking for investors. I go on and I look at this and I see, no, it's privately owned. So I'm going to jump off that. From my subconscious, I might go, yeah, it's 630. It's very high square footage. I don't see anything in there, even for a buyer. It's overpriced. I'm out of it. Now I'm going to go to the next property. Look at the next one. Next one is on Crown Ranch Road in Corona. 1,427,92. I know that area. It's priced a bit high, but I would look at this. Look, because I could do a lot with the facade of that home. I can strip off that brick and do something with it. I'm going to jump down here and I'm going to see what it says in the comments. Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, see, it's just old-fashioned looking inside. Is there potential here in Corona? So how do I know that? I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to go to realist tax. Under realist tax, I want to see what the AVM is. So it's loading slow. Forgive me. Let's have a look at realist tax. Let's jump down. Okay, it's owned by a corporation. It's owned by a gentleman from China. And I want to look at the AVM on it. What's the AVM? The AVM is 798 to 1,014,000. I'm wasting my time. Pass. That's it. No commentary. I don't get all upset. I just move on to the next one. Harupa Valley, 1,005,000. That's not going to work for an investor, right? Tiny one that here, almost certainly this is a contractor's fixed up. Completely remodeled home. Look at this. Do you see this? So does this look like a flipper? Probably. Watch. So I'm going to go in here, see who owns it. Subconscious to conscious, right? I'm not looking for one thing ever. Sandra Sanchez, I'm unlucky today. That's just a private party who's owned that and who's done up her home. I'm going to keep flicking. Now that looks like a fixer, doesn't it? 585, 2 and 1,096. Got to be sitting on some land. Sure enough, 30,000 square foot of land sitting in Riverside by Sierra University. Good area. Got an open house coming up. Been on the market 3 days. I would definitely look into that. I would tag that and I would now quickly send it out to an investor and say, hey, great potential here. Maybe you can add on a bedroom as an investor who's a contractor. Let's write an offer, right? And an investor will come back to me. If I send that out to 5 investors, one of them will come back to me and I'll be writing an offer. But what I'm looking for, look, listen to me carefully. I'm looking for 2 things, subconscious to conscious. Subconscious is I'm working for investors. Subconscious, I'm looking for buyers, right? In the conscious, I need money now. I need money in the future. So subconscious, I'm looking for a buyer. I've got buyers in mind. I find a home for a buyer. I ask the buyer to write an offer or to look at the property. I want to create money now. Subconscious to conscious is an investor. He might not buy it, but I want relationship with him. So I'm going to write an offer for an investor and lowball it. But I don't care. You write 10 lowballs a week, that's 40 a month. You're going to have at least 2 deals a month the rest of your life. Right? You're looking for the right thing. That's the key. So let's have a look at another one here. Riverside, 799, 775, price change 780 to 775. So this is somebody who thinks they've got something that is good. It's in a great area, actually. It looks like it's off Van Buren, not too close to the road. If it's on the road, you're going to have a hard time selling it to an investor. Let's have a look. Don't use showing time, submit proof of funds, plea approval, blah, blah, blah. She's with Trillion Real Estate. Again, see, it's perfect for a flip, but is the money there for the flip? Same thing. I'm going to go inside here. I'm going to look at CoreLogic. And hang in with me, guys. I know it's 7:05. Hang in with me. Not many people will teach you how to do this. See, this is an individual again, right? So maybe this individual, AVM 695 to 806. Well, they got it priced at 775. No room. Do you immediately dismiss that? Look, this is what my mentality was. Why would I immediately dismiss that? Is 775 already looked at it? I've got my offer template ready to go. I've got 5 investors I work with. I go, hey, Bob, look, this one here, I think they're unrealistic on the price, but they've been on the market 53 days. They're probably getting hungry. Let's write an offer at 6.25. Write it. For me, that whole offer takes me 6 minutes to write it, 3 minutes to do the email and send it in, 3 minutes to make the call to the listing agent. Hey, look, it's just a conversation. Want to start the conversation. Oh, there's no way they'll take it. Next thing you know, they're calling you back going, can you do 650? Maybe there's room in there. Then you run the comps, you see where they're at. Now I've turned my work into something constructive. I'm writing an offer. And I literally, guys, ask Annette. I would go through 300, 400, 500 properties in the first hour and a half of the day because I got so fluid with it. So I'm still looking through here, Moreno Valley. See this 400 Moreno Valley, 432580. Home needs major repairs. I just found myself my first jewel. So I'm going to quickly jump on here. I'm going to look and see who owns this. Look at it, right? Oh, there's nothing on the MLS. Garbage. You just got to know how to look. Look. Owned by Mission Hen LLC, right? So why is an LLC selling it? Maybe they bought it as a rental. I don't know. Look at the ABM, 610 to 696. Now, watch. A lot of people are going to be all over this, right? So look, it's subject to short sale lender approval. Again, long-term to short-term, that's going to take a while. Write an offer. Here's my strategy with short sales. You go and you write it higher than anybody else. You can always renegotiate with the short sale later on. By then it takes 60 days for approval. You write an offer on this at 450, 465, right? Then later on you say to the investor, look, we checked into it. We'll give you 425. You negotiate. They don't want it to go back on the market. You can renegotiate with them. But on a short sale, I would be writing an offer on this. I would literally get off this call. I would jump on with my investors. I'd have an offer written on this by 9 o'clock in the morning, right? So, I'm out of breath. Anybody got any questions for me? Does this make sense?
Yes.
Right, let's
Yes,
look,
it
let's
does.
recap. You're going to start your day by going into your power performance tracker. What's your right now money? What are you doing for persona? Right down here, this is for persona, right? Your power preview posts are for persona. What are you doing for your persona today? Learn how to use Loom. It's right up here. Do looms of what you're investigating on the MLS. I would take exactly what I've just done and say, hey guys, by the way, you investors, this is what I'm doing this morning. Sorry, the sun's in my eyes. This is what I'm doing this morning. I'm looking through 500 properties and I'm going to find a couple of properties right now. If you want properties for me, just DM me. I'll put you on my list. I send these out by 9 o'clock every day. Can you imagine if you did that 3 to 5 days a week and put that on Instagram? Of all these people doing fancy stuff on Instagram, I've never seen anybody doing that. You could immediately create a persona for yourself. You could be the go-to person for Whittier, the go-to person for Long Beach. Show some energy, show you know what you're doing. Just search it on Loom, stick it up on the MLS, right? So you're looking for what can I do for persona? Create your investor persona. I would pick out a couple of those homes when I was doing the Murrieta search and go, okay, here's 5 homes I want to see this week. Make a list of 5 homes, go into your power preview post and put a note in here of the 5 addresses. Now you know for this week, you're ready to go for your power preview post. You're organized, you're on it, you're ready to go. Subconscious to conscious. So when you're looking through Murrieta, you're looking subconsciously for your power preview post, you're making the list. You're looking subconsciously for investor, you're pausing, you're going up, you're doing Loom. You're creating opportunity right at the beginning. And then last thing for today, jump into your dashboard, look on your dashboard in your FUB, look on your dashboard in your Lofty, look at your customers who are active. We're going to do that together tomorrow morning. Guys, I am on this. I want to show you how to do a minimum 24 deals a year. Submit right now. Go in, start your power performance tracker, submit it to Ariana by Sunday to be on next week. I'm going to teach you gems all week long. You want me to teach specific things? Text me. You got my number? Text me. If you don't have a power performance partner, pick one. Choose a partner. I'm going to jump off now. I'm going to leave the Zoom open. If you want to chat with each other and look for power partners, do it. I love you. Let's win. Let's win. Let's win. Let's go. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.